G'day cooks, Wes Dan here from the Down Under Centre. Sort of throw this little video together just to run through a little bit about what's involved in the cook skills assessment. The cook skills assessment is a little bit different to the chef skills assessment. There's quite a big difference. The way that we sort of would explain the difference between a chef and a cook is a chef, just think about more like a chief, okay, someone who's actually creating the menus and running the kitchen. So if you are doing more of those tasks, then please look at our chef skills assessment page. If you're a cook, absolutely fantastic, and this video will definitely assist you. So the skills assessment's mandatory. It's mandatory for the purpose of a skilled visa. Also, if you're looking to be sponsored under an ENS visa, it's also a mandatory qualification that you complete a skills assessment. Now, before you invest in money into a skills assessment, the best thing to do is jump onto our free visa points calculator, see if you've got the necessary skills. We can arrange a free consultation with you and show you what's required. There's no point holding an Australian skills assessment as a cook if you can't get a visa to Oz. Nice and simple. How the skills assessment works is the reason for the skills assessment is so immigration can prove that you have the necessary skills as a cook. The department responsible for that is called TRA, Trades Recognition Australia, and they have outsourced the skills assessment to here, Australia Training College, for any cooks that holds a UK, Irish, European, South African passport. So one of those passports, give us a call here in the Down Under Centre and we can walk you through that. So a skills assessment is mandatory for a skilled visa. What is the skills assessment and how does a skills assessment work? So a skills assessment is broken into two stages. The first part of the skills assessment is for you, the cook, to prove on paper that you've got the necessary skills. This is the hardest part of the visa process, okay? It's also the hardest part of the skills assessment process. Now, there's a minimum requirement that you need to have. It's either you hold, if you're from the UK, for example, and you have a Certificate 3 in commercial cookery, or you've been a cook and you hold that NVQ level 3, and you can prove 3 years of full-time paid work experience pre or post qualification, then you have ticked that box. If you never completed qualification as a cook, then you would just be required to provide 5 years of full-time paid work experience. If you've got the 5 years of paid work experience, so you never actually completed the a qualification, that's absolutely fine. You just need to be able to prove that by pay documents, tax documents, etc. Now, if you've got the years of experience that we require, the way that you have to prove it is via pay evidence, tax documents, photos, videos, references, detailed CV, all explaining that you are a cook. The second part of the skills assessment for a cook is you do a technical Skype interview with one of Australia Training College's assessors who holds the Australian qualification as a cook, the AQF3, and they're also an approved trainer and assessor. So the documentary assessment is the first part, proving on paper. The second part, technical interview. Don't be stressed about the technical interview. It'll go from anywhere from an hour to up to a couple of hours. The assessor's job is just to talk to you a little bit about the work that you've been doing and for you to back up the knowledge from the information you provided in the documentary assessment. The assessors aren't there to catch you out. They're there to do a job. Their job is to make sure you've got the necessary skills, and they can, from their end, tick the units of competence to be able to issue you the positive TRA skills assessment, which is required for the visa, as well as you will also receive your full Aussie qualification as a cook, Certificate 3 level. It's good news for employers. Okay, so if you're working out in Oz and you've got your Australian qualification, it definitely helps with employment. What is the cost of a skills assessment? The cost of the skills assessment, the documentary assessment, TRA will charge you 1,280 Australian dollars. They'll then outsource that work to Australia Training College. They will then officially mark it. Once we have marked that, the next part of the process, you'll pay 2,000 Australian dollars, and that is for the technical interview. At completion of the technical interview, again, you'll receive your TRA, successful completion, which I'm sure you will. You'll get issued with your AQF level 3 as a cook, and also the document you need for the visa. So the Down Under Centre is based here, based in the UK and Australia. We're able to give you migration advice. We can also run through exactly what's involved in the skills assessment. Guys, there's no such thing as a silly question. We get lots of cooks and chefs trying to work out exactly what they are. We don't want to put you down the chef pathway and set you up for a fail. So it's really good if you can make contact and have a chat with us. We've got all the necessary tools to facilitate through the skills assessment and visa process. Jump on our testimonial page, have a bit of a look to see what it's like. Now, jobs in Australia. Now, we've got jobs for cooks in regional areas. We've also got jobs for cooks in main cities. Depending on the visa you want to apply for, depending on where you are going to be living. So as part of what the Down Under Centre will do, we'll be able to walk you through each part of the process and make sure you're not spending money when you don't need to. If you were to put in the expression of interest and the visa part yourself, go for it. You can. If you want us to do that part, we're more than happy to to assist you with the visa lodgement and the expression of interest lodgement as well. So probably the next step is to give our office a call, UK office a call, or send us an email via the info@downundercentre.com, or complete our free visa points calculator. There's lots of work in Australia for cooks. It's a very good job. It's always been on the skilled list. And again, one of the main difference between a chef and a cook is, a chef is sort of more running the restaurant or the kitchen, creating menus and everything, and jump on our chef page and have a look at that. Our phone's always on, and we wish you luck in Australia. All right, cheers guys.